Mandy, and I am going to deliver a message. I have asked my guides and guardians and ancestors to come through with a message for whoever needs it, and I will be working with tarot, oracle, and affirmations. These messages are general messages. They are not going to resonate for everyone. They may only resonate for a few. My advice is to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Another thing I will say is that many times my clients will tell me something does not resonate at the time and question my accuracy, and then later on find that I was correct in my prediction. So, with that being said, I would also instruct you to take what resonates and file what doesn't in your mind for later. I always tell people that I reserve the right to be wrong because I am a human being, but I have been doing this for a very long time and find that I am very, very accurate based on friends and clients coming to me saying what you said happened was going to happen happened. So just enter this area with space with an open mind. All right. I'm going to start with the tarot. Spirit, what message does the collective who is watching this video need to hear? My readings are timeless. I don't do timelines. So when you see this message is when it's meant to be. Okay. Ace of Cups. That's pretty good. What other messages do you have for people? Nine of Wands. What else? What else? Give me one more card, Spirit. I like to start with 3 cards and build from there. I will show you the cards when they come out. Ace of Cups, a 9 of Wands, 7 of Swords. I'm going to be clarifying that with the Knight of Wands. So the Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love and romance. It is joy. It is passion. No, passion's wands more so, but it is love. It's a new beginning, usually in love. It is an offer. The Knight of Wands is a card of being close to the end of a very hard battle. This is the card that comes through when you're about ready to give up and Spirit's saying, don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. The Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be a card of deception. It can be a card of stealth. It can be a card of oftentimes running off with more than you can carry. So you drop things on the way because that's what's usually happening in that deck, in the deck, in the Seven of Swords. Not on this deck because this is the Marseille Tarot. The Knight of Wands. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. One thing is that I don't do traditional spreads. I just kind of put the cards together and interpret the message from there. I am clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsalient, clairgustant, claircognizant, clairempathic. So I get messages through vision, I get messages through audio, I get messages through feeling and knowing, I get messages through taste and smell. Why is the Knight of Wands here? There's a lot. I think what I'm being told here, because what came out is the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. And I mean, I don't always recognize reversals. Most time I don't, but it came out in reversal. And it's coming out along with the Seven of Swords. There is someone that you may be romantically involved with, and This is a warning reading. The Seven of Swords, like I said, is a card of deception. The Knight of Wands can be a really awesome person. It's a fire sign card, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're awesome, they're passionate, they're totally, people fall in love with the Knight of Wands really easily. But the thing is that the Knight of Wands is often here for a good time. He's not here for a long time. The Page of Swords is my card. Usually it has several meanings to it, but when it comes out for me, it usually is about learning. I call it my scholar card. It is a card telling me that there's more to learn. And the Ace of Swords is a card of truth and honesty and also cutting away the BS. So this is telling me there is someone in your life that talks a really good game, but they're full of it. They're lying. They're lying to you. You probably want this with them. They're not gonna. They're not. It's a trick. It's a trick. You're being tricked. So, what is the advice? I need to look at the Knight of Wands too first before I move on and find out what the advice is. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Why is the Nine of Wands here? Please tell me. The Knight of Wands and the Ace of Swords came back out, and I shuffled pretty good. So, this person's almost on their way out, I think. Or like you're getting really close to the end of the situation. I'm going to pull out Britney Spears Oracle card. This deck gives really great advice, but because it's still a relatively new deck to me, I'm going to use the book, so don't judge me. So once again, I like to knock on my deck. What advice do you have? What is the advice in this situation? What is the advice in this situation? Sometimes when I get shuffling cards, I get downloaded messages too clairaudiently. So Spirit is saying to enjoy the situation. Enjoy it for what it is, but don't expect long term. The Siren. Let's see. Yeah. So this card talks about knowing that you already have everything you need. You are complete on your own. You don't need this person to achieve happiness. Believe me, I know how hard it is to let go. But I think that you should probably, based on the advice, is like enjoy the ride, but understand that the ride's almost over. And I do feel because the Ace of Cups came out, I do feel that this is a love situation. The other thing I want to address is the amount of swords that came out and the amount of wands that came out. This is fast moving energy. Fire is really fast moving. Air is really fast moving. But air is also mental. So there's not actually a lot of, even though the Ace of Cups came out, there's actually not a lot of emotion in this situation because cups are what represent emotion. Also, if I was going to see stability in a situation, I would see pentacles. So I'm sorry to have to give you bad news, but this person or situation, it's a person as far as I'm concerned. There is a person here in your life that tells you everything you want to hear, but they have no intention of sticking around. So enjoy them while you can, because life is about experience. We're going to move on to the affirmations now, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Life is about experience. What is the affirmation that you have pertaining to this situation that has come out in the cards? Today I am free of drama. Today I am capable. Today I am confident. Okay, so today I am free of drama. Today I will let go of the people that do not support me and only surround myself with positive people. When they're ready to go, let them go. Don't fight. Don't chase. Just let it go. Deal with the pain, deal with the grief. Other people come in. A lot of times I find in my life that when I get rid of people in my life that don't mean me well, and they always reveal themselves. If you ask Spirit to reveal it, Spirit will reveal for you who needs to go. Moving people that don't mean the best for you blocks your blessings having them in your life. If you remove them, doors start opening. Today I'm capable. Today I will accomplish every goal that I set for myself. So that's what you need to be focusing on rather than loss. When the time comes to lose this person, is not focus on their loss. Focus on what you would like to achieve in your life now that they're not taking up your time. Today I am confident. Today I am who I am, and I am capable of doing anything that I put my mind to. So that really backs up what I just said. Like, you don't need this person to get to where you're going in your life. They're most likely blocking you, wasting your time, and keeping you from achieving greatness. Spirit says it does not matter how they feel about you. What matters is what they intend to do with it. And what they intend to do with it is enjoy you until they're done. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, fire signs, they get bored easily. That is not a reflection of who you are. That is their problem. And when they get bored, instead of finding new ways to get bored, they often go chase something else. I think it's human, but it's not fair to you. So, I'm not going to tell you to end it, because the advice is to enjoy it while it lasts. But if you would rather just end it and get it over with, I support that too. I'll never tell someone to stay in a bad situation or relationships that's not serving them. But the lesson here, because this person is a lesson, the lesson here is to life is about experiences. Enjoy the experience, enjoy the ride. So I think that's the only message I have for you today. I'm going to try to do these readings daily if I can. And I do private readings. I do private readings by donation, and I do custom spell work for $22 a spell. When I cast a spell, I stay with you and do everything I can to achieve the goal. I do not promise an outcome because I am not the universe. I don't make those decisions, but I am very good at manifesting, and I would love to help you. Helping you helps me. So if you DM me, I will schedule a reading with you, or you can purchase a spell. Thank you so much for viewing, and I hope to grace your screen more. Bye.